isn't it? I could say a lot of things about him, but I respect my opponent. It's not for me to talk, it's for you to do all the talking.
No, you not can do. Because you not can do 1 minute.
I don't know, he just didn't do, he didn't snap his jab.
He is a fool. That's Anthony Joshua's response after witnessing Jake Paul get blasted out during sparring. Joshua smirked at Paul's absence of craft and shaky defense. He understands his experience. Timing and power render him unreachable while Paul swings aimlessly. Anthony Joshua made it unmistakable he doesn't anticipate anything from Jake Paul or his hype. He stays centered on managing his own camp and executing what he knows best. Joshua's discipline and preparation remain on another tier. Paul's frail showing in sparring confirms he is nowhere near prepared. Fans will witness that skill, strategy, and experience outweigh social media buzz.
I just don't expect anything from anyone. People are entitled to talk about sparring. People are entitled to not talk about sparring. I just got to make sure that I handle my own corner. And how I handle my own corner is go out to fight every night.
Lawrence Aioli criticized Jake Paul for showing no authentic ring ability. He noted that even a sparring knockout revealed Paul is fragile and unready. Speed, quick hands, and athleticism can only take him so far. Anthony Joshua operates on a higher plane. Paul's hype cannot endure against genuine champions. Fans already recognize the vast divide in experience and power. Each step Joshua takes will reveal Paul's shortcomings. Social media status means nothing when you meet true boxing ability.
Bigger head guards, bigger gloves, so stuff like speed and like athleticism plays more of a factor.
Johnny Nelson stressed that Jake Paul's legs look spent, even as he insists this is his finest camp. Anthony Joshua's footwork and timing appear immaculate, revealing the distance between them. Paul's exhaustion and limited preparation remain evident. No surge of hype or polished Instagram reels can mask those flaws. Joshua's elite conditioning and sharp ring intelligence guarantee control. Fans wonder if Paul can endure the force and accuracy that Anthony Joshua brings relentlessly.
And I said, look, if you're to believe that he had the best training camp, his legs have gone. And if I've got
Duke McKenzie stated plainly that Jake Paul is nowhere near world class. Anthony Joshua's response to the knockout footage shows he recognizes it too. Paul's confidence is brittle and manufactured. Joshua's skill, power, and seasoned experience place him far beyond reach. Fans see Paul wield under pressure as Joshua sharpens his preparation. Each sparring knockout confirms Paul is inflated by hype. Anthony Joshua's discipline and technique will render the fight lopsided. Paul's Instagram bravado cannot withstand the truth of meeting a heavyweight. You said, Derek Azor believes Jake Paul will face an easy night against Anthony Joshua. Joshua will not hold back and will dismantle Paul without mercy. Every punch showcases why Joshua is on another level. Paul's hype and social media fame mean nothing against experience and power. Fans can already see how exposed Paul is. Joshua's discipline and timing make him untouchable. The leaked KO footage only confirms that Paul is not ready for a fighter of Joshua's caliber, and he will struggle from the first bell, that ChatGPT said.
Everybody's got in his sparring camp. I personally don't believe that you can actually... The sparring partners he's got right now, they're pushing him to be...
Derek Azor predicts Jake Paul will endure a harsh night against Anthony Joshua. Joshua will show no restraint and will break Paul down relentlessly. Each shot reveals why Joshua exists on a higher plane. Paul's hype and online fame hold no weight against real experience and power. Fans already notice how exposed Paul appears. Joshua's discipline and timing leave him untouchable. The leaked knockout footage simply proves Paul is unprepared for a fighter of Joshua's caliber, and he will truly suffer from the first bell.
I don't think he's world class. He's not really my cup of tea. I mean, I don't look at boxing probably the way you do, or most sort of fans do.
It's an easy night for him, and I believe this should finally be put to rest because I don't see AJ stepping into the tap around. He's going to walk in and flat out dismantle him. Joe Rogan underscored the glaring size and reach gulf separating Jake Paul from Anthony Joshua. Joshua uses every inch of that physical command to dictate range, placing the jab and right hand with surgical accuracy. Jake Paul's smaller frame and limited experience leave him unable to answer Joshua's strategy or power. Fans who watch the sparring knockout already recognize the divide. Joshua's timing and precision make him unreachable. Paul may project confidence online, but cannot hold against a disciplined, heavy-hitting, technically superior force like Anthony Joshua. This fight will expose Paul's limits brutally.
Easy fight for him. And I think this should be laid to rest, because I don't think AJ's going to go in and try and pat. AJ's going to like.
Anthony Joshua stressed that greatness demands far more than sheer power. His fighting spirit, intellect, and adaptability elevate him above the rest. Jake Paul's leaked knockout footage reveals he cannot cope with authentic strategy or sustain pressure. Joshua can break down opponents efficiently, while Paul falters with simple defense. Fans recognize that experience and ring intelligence truly decide outcomes. Joshua's composed, deliberate approach exposes flaws immediately. Paul remains all hype and little substance. Every bout he enters, including one with Joshua, becomes a stark reminder that skill, preparation, and ring intellect surpass popularity and social media fame.
Paul's 6'1" versus 6'6" Anthony Joshua. Jake weighed in for the Tyson fight at 199. Joshua against Ngannou was 252.
6'6", just not just 6'6", but 6'6", and knows how to use every fucking inch of it. Knows how to keep that stick in your face. He was keep that jab in his face, and that right hand, if it hits you, you're.
Shannon Briggs spoke about hearing Jake Paul was dropped in the gym, and Anthony Joshua. None of it comes as a surprise. Joshua understands those knockdowns expose a lack of craft and inadequate preparation. Fans who watch the leaked knockout already know Paul cannot endure a genuine test. Joshua's superior technique, timing, and power leave him unreachable, while Paul falters even under controlled circumstances. Experience and ring intelligence are what separate true champions from manufactured hype. The fight will magnify Paul's flaws brutally, and Joshua's mastery will command every round. Social media fame offers nothing when you're standing across from a real heavyweight like Anthony Joshua.
I'm not dependent on punch power, you know. You know what, it takes a lot more than that to be a great fighter. A lot more than that to be a great fighter. So there's various ways I'll win. I got the fighter spirit, and that's how I'll go.
Eddie Hearn emphasized how true conditioning and elite sparring mold a fighter's performance, something Jake Paul plainly lacks. Anthony Joshua thrives under structured camp routines and top-tier sparring partners, giving him unmatched readiness. Fans viewed the leaked knockout and realized that Paul's supposed preparation remains inadequate. Joshua's experience enables him to exploit weaknesses that Paul cannot even recognize. Every punch, feint, and defensive action is forged through repetition and elite opposition, which Paul lacks entirely. The gulf between hype and genuine skill is massive, and Joshua's advantage expands with every session. Fans will witness how real preparation and world-class sparring shape Anthony Joshua into a fully dominant force against overhyped contenders.
Behind closed doors. Let all the fans see it. Do it in the ring, get paid for it. I mean, it's be the biggest fight ever. Why do you want to do that? That's nonsense. It's stupid, ridiculous. Want to make the fight? That's the easiest.
Frank Warren applauded seasoned fighters who grasped their challenges, underscoring why Anthony Joshua's experience remains unparalleled today. Jake Paul might hold a boxing license, yet the leaked knockout reveals he lacks the mentality to withstand heavyweight force today. Fans recognize Joshua's preparation and skill surpass Paul's inflated persona in reality. Every action Joshua shows inside the ring reflects strategy, discipline, timing, and power. Paul's confidence is challenged when confronting Joshua, who has battled elite contenders before and imposed his dominance repeatedly. The fight will deliver a harsh lesson in what genuine boxing skill looks like. Social media fame cannot replace training or true awareness inside boxing.
I'm hearing things that he's been dropped in the ring in the gym and stuff like that. But that's okay too, because I took a couple spills, little slips in the ring in the gym. That's okay, but we're going to see this.
Tony Bellew underscored the enormous size and power advantage Anthony Joshua holds over Jake Paul. Paul's lighter frame and absence of true experience remain obvious liabilities. Fans have already witnessed a leaked knockout, confirming Paul's susceptibility under pressure. Joshua's superior strength, reach, and ring intelligence create a gap that cannot be bridged. Every jab, shot, and subtle movement from Joshua will punish Paul instantly. Paul's online bravado cannot endure when confronted by a genuine heavyweight like Joshua. Fans are observing a mismatch that extends far beyond hype, proving that elite preparation and physical dominance overwhelm flashy confidence and untested skill inside the boxing ring.
He is looking like a beast in camp for this fight because he would have put everything into this camp. But it doesn't mean that can always translate in the ring when you get to the back end of your career. He's had loads of injuries. He's definitely coming to the end of his...
The leaked sparring footage of Jake Paul being knocked out sent shockwaves through the boxing world and confirmed what many observers long suspected. He is nowhere near prepared to confront a true heavyweight like Anthony Joshua. Joshua's blend of power, skill, and deep experience places him on an entirely different tier. Every movement he makes is purposeful. Every punch thrown with precision. Every defensive read executed instinctively. Paul, by contrast, leans on hype, social media bravado, and a handful of viral highlights that crumble under the weight of a real professional ring. The knockout clip exposes how superficial his preparation is, and how limited his ability to endure sustained pressure remains. Anthony Joshua's discipline, hours logged in camp, and rounds with elite sparring partners have shaped a fighter capable of exploiting every flaw. Fans watching understand that online swagger and flashy training edits can never substitute for genuine skill and seasoned ring intelligence. The size, power, and technical command Joshua possesses are overwhelming. If Joshua performs to expectation, the result will be a masterclass in control and dominance. Paul may envision an upset, but the odds lean heavily toward Joshua. Do you believe Jake Paul can withstand the full fight against Anthony Joshua? Comment below and join the debate.
gap between hype and real skill is enormous, and Joshua's advantage grows every session. Fans will witness how proper preparation and elite sparring turn Anthony Joshua into a completely dominant force against overhyped opponents.
In camp, living in camp, training with him day in, day out. And it made a big difference in the fight. So I think he knows that the way that he's going to improve is time in the gym and also the quality of sparring.
Tommy Fury's statement perfectly captures the reality of Jake Paul's shortcomings. Anthony Joshua operates on another level entirely. Paul cannot compete with Joshua's power, timing, or boxing IQ. The leaked sparring KO proves how fragile Paul is under real pressure. Fans already see the vast difference between social media bravado and true boxing skill. Joshua's dominance is inevitable, and Paul's hype cannot shield him. Even minimal resistance from Joshua would devastate Paul. The fight will be a clear exhibition of why experience, strength, and technical mastery are far superior to viral fame. Every fan watching the build-up understands Paul is severely outmatched and will struggle from the opening bell.
But if I can beat Jake Paul, then excuse my French, what the fuck is Anthony Joshua going to do to Jake Paul? I think my dad said that AJ could beat him with his prick, and I completely will back that up. Even if AJ had a broken arm in there, it still wouldn't go past it.
Frank Warren praised real fighters who know what they face, highlighting why Anthony Joshua's
fight. Of course, it's all it's a dangerous fight, but I'm not here to be there selling their show. I've got no interest in the fighters from that perspective. I just think that he is a licensed boxer. He trains. He knows what he's getting involved with. He's not an idiot, and he knows what he's going to be up against. But he must believe in himself to do.
Tony Bellew pointed out the massive size and power advantage Anthony Joshua has over Jake Paul. Paul's lighter frame and lack of real experience are glaring weaknesses. Fans have already seen the leaked KO, confirming Paul's vulnerability. Joshua's superior strength, reach, and ring IQ create an insurmountable gap. Every jab, punch, and movement from Joshua will punish Paul immediately. Paul's social media bravado cannot survive when faced with a true heavyweight like Joshua. Fans are witnessing a mismatch that goes beyond hype, showing that elite preparation and size dominate flashy confidence and untested skills in the boxing ring.
Anthony Joshua, who's now 5 inches bigger than you, maybe more, or 4 or 5 inches, and about 100 pounds heavier. You just don't go from there right up to there. I don't believe it. And I won't believe it until the two of them got 10-ounce gloves on in a boxing ring. Because if Anthony Joshua puts 10-ounce gloves on and gets in a boxing ring and Jake Paul is in the other corner, this won't happen.
The leaked sparring footage of Jake Paul being knocked